There it is again, folks. Y'all country much? We're getting ready for another pool day. Couple of liners. Boy, that's dodgy. There we go. What a day. What a day. Go down to the pond and look at it just a minute. You know, I built this thing, finalized it about 3 years ago maybe. It took me 2 years, maybe 3 to finish it all out. Once I allowed that's what's gonna happen, we're gonna put water in a hole I dug. It does my heart good. There's a man and his son comes over here and fishes quite often. It's stocked just brimming with bluegill, bass. That's all I've got in here. I don't particularly care for catfish. I know they might be useful in the pond, but I don't like them. We like to come down here and watch and feed them and watch them come up, because they come up in massive droves. You got aerators right there at that float, and there's another one over there. There's aerators at about 6 foot of depth, and that helps keep it clear, keeps the clarity. So, very inexpensive system. It's on a timer, so it's automatic. They come on at night. You don't necessarily want them on in the daytime, because you're actually doing the opposite of what you want. You're rolling the hot water down more so than we're regulating temperature is what you're trying to do. Regulating the oxygen at that point. Anyway, let's go do some pools. Good morning, if I didn't already say so. We have arrived. This one, I'm afraid, even though it has water in it, I don't think it's advisable for us to collect it. It's hazy. And I don't know how well it'll clean up. I'm not saying no, I'm just not liking it right now. I don't know if we'll save this water. It looks, it's not nasty, but it's milky. It's hazy looking. Of course, that's a negative. I'll just pull it up here. I don't want to let it get crazy and fall off in there, but I see eggs and some kind of egg. Yeah. Alright, so we'll probably have to just set up pool and catch it out of the hose pipe.
Oh, I see. I'd probably come off the top of it.
That'll be the plan. Cam locks. The other one's a two-handed process. I still rather use the cam lock. Okay, this one is really tight. That went on well this time. I plan on leaving that cover on again because all those leaves are up there and inside it's not near as messy. All right, now let's try next thing. This time I'm just siphoning it, filling it that way. It's filling this green intake hose. So now I'm gonna try to crank it, see if we can get her to start. See, we got water going in. How contact. Already putting a little bubble in that. Got it swole on. It's pushing a little out. Here in a minute it'll load up. The motor will pull now, what I mean. I've already had to rebuild this Chinese. Vibrated itself apart the other day. That hose is really coming on up now. Uh-oh, here she goes. She's loading up. All right. Not quite ready. Still got some water. Open the valve, I heard it breathe. That's just at a idle. We're not in a panic here. It's putting the pressure on. Hear it? Hear it loading? Will auto prime, but it takes forever. Give her a little gusto. There we go. That worked like I wanted it to. Pretty good. That took a minute, but the other one didn't prime any better. Like I said, I'm not interested in putting that back in their poo. It's too hazy looking. I see some probably holes down there. We might inspect the bottom of this, and that might be a good one. Let's pull the liner out and look at what we find. It's not the end of the world, but unfortunately we had to compromise and pump some of the water up here, because that's all we got, and we won't have enough to finish the poo by the time we're ready to finish the poo. I still plan on going on the inside. We'll look it over and point out some fail points. I've already seen what looks like insect activity. Yeah, that's our 2-inch pump bringing it over here. Now, I can see it's cloudy, but it'll set us up and it won't be a vast amount for them to try to clean out. We're looking at bug trails. Bugs coming in. Roots. I didn't look at the liner, those seem to be dead. That's somebody's Band-Aid stuff from whenever they cut themselves putting it in. I don't see anything obvious. I think I'll put the poison down for the bugs. 3-2s I use in here. And this time, we're getting a pad. It's a name brand, so I'm not affiliated, so I'm not gonna put it down. Well, I'll show you when I get done. Well, it's a pad. That's the first time we've seen one of them go down. It's supposed to keep out sharp objects, animals like bugs or what have you, roots, and it gives you a better bottom. However, these always translate through these lines where they had to stitch it together. I mean, where are you gonna find something this big? So I've done this many times. I'm not upset or don't like it. I just it is what it is. It does help the bottom. I'm walking on it and it disperses my weight better. So it's liner time. Alright. Counrty Much hates this. I hate these liners with a passion. The plain old blue liner. It shows every single packing wrinkle. Alright. Lay it in the front yard, they say, so you can get good and hot. This is straight out of the box. This is as cold as it's gonna get. We didn't pull it anywhere. I can never get a good finish on these, no matter how hard I try. It's an overlap for the critics. But I don't understand laying it in the yard when right here, look, what's right there? That's sun. That's sun. Out there, sticks and twigs. I got little stickers in my foot out there. Does that make any sense to put this liner in the yard? sticks, twigs, stuff off a tree. Not a darn bit of sense, okay? I'll never do it. Right here, this is a sterile environment. You saw, I've raked it down, I've got it smooth. I put the pad down. There's nothing in here I didn't know about. I've raked this whole thing. Hell yeah, it's a 24-foot circle and something could have escaped me, but quite honestly, you're not gonna get a better environment than this. These stains, I tell people when they get the liner, put it on their dining room table, like where the floral arrangement will be. The reason I say that is you just throw it in some back room. I've seen holes chewed in them by bugs, rats, dogs, stains on it right here. It'll just lay on the back porch for 3 weeks. Put it up. Put it somewhere nice. Country Much helper up there running around barefoot in the yard getting stickers all in his feet. I've done it, I know. This place got them little stickers. Alright, I gotta change the battery out. And we're gonna let the sun lick this a little bit so you can make her lay down some. Got the vacuum going. That gasket come off of a pool about 3 or 4 years ago. They wrapped the wall in that. I said gasket, not plastic. That's a Country Much gasket. So now then, with these, we got the vacuum on. I'll get in there and do my damnedest to get them wrinkles out. And then eventually I'll have to probably pull more of this over the wall because all my wrinkles will come over here. This is a probably 20 mil. All right, I'm just unimpressed with those. They got, you don't have a pattern to help kind of mute things out. It's thin. If there's a hair follicle under it, you'll see it. And of course, anything else is going to show up. Well, anyway, it's time to get in there and dance in circles, doing the Country Much boogie. Not particularly impressed. That's from being folded in the box for a long time. The box was weathered like it was outside. That's no good. I kid people, that box needs to be on your dining room table. See how they move? I don't even know if you can see them. With that pad under there, you can move it. If it wasn't for that pad, you wouldn't be moving that under 4 inches of water like that. And I basically not even had the vacuum on. You got to know when not to use it. This is when not to use it. That's water we collected. It ain't terrible. Been nice if it was all new water, but would have been here 2 more hours waiting on all new water. Had to use old water. That's all right. That water had raised tadpoles and midge flies and who knows what all. And we're getting there, putting it back together. This has got radius pieces rather than straight section. Yeah, it looks like it fits the pool a little better is what that amounts to. I'm fixing to scat out and leave it. I don't see anything else to do in here. All that'll stretch out when the water gets on it. That's the hose pipe in there, it's the vacuum hose pipe. There's some more there I gotta get. Anyway, appreciate you. Peace out. Oh my, get off in this poo. Right there. And right there is likely the culprit. Alright. It's called a cove base. You can do that instead of sand. Something else whittled in a hole under there. So we will poison for it. I do see it. I know it's probably what caused all these little holes. He got series of patches. You know, trying to get them all stymied with something or another. But we're gonna poison it and maybe put some more sand there because the sand, they see how those come loose. The sand I put will either hold that, it'll hold that, and it'll hold the poison in place. So the bugs come in there and put their snoot in it, they get some poison, and preferably go on about their business somewhere else. It's like that all the way around the pool. That's why we're changing this, and you can see here, let's pull this out. Right there, it has shrunk. That should be about that far from the corner, from the break in the wall to the floor. Now this liner, he says, only 2 years old. See, I'm pulling on that. That's over a foot away. It should be about right in there. That portion should be here. So that's how much it shrinks in the sun, which you can see on this one. All those gathers. That's what's going to happen. You can go again. See, that's well over a foot. That should be right there. We're going to go look at the other side over here. I just went ahead and cut it down. There's no reason to worry about all this. There. That should be right there close to that cove. You see they've whittled and chewed on this foam too. They made their little trails. They cut it to the point it's falling apart there. That's why we'll put a little sand in here and try to dress it. Plus it'll hold my poison. Yeah, there's a little bit of rust. Nothing to lose our mind over. There was probably a leak right there. Somewhere right in that area. I put this pool up, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago. He's already relined it once. Alright, I'm not going to film all this. It's just something to be aware of. You got an above ground pool liner, you get ants in there. Sometimes I'll see roots come in from vegetation of some kind, you know, be trees, certain shrubs, and they're just seeking water. And some of them are able to eat a hole in that liner. And I don't know how, probably with chemicals in the root. Alright, that's all we'll get. We're going to close off today. We're coming up on Memorial Day. If I hadn't already told you, I don't keep a calendar. Every day is a work day, every day is a holiday. It depends on how I feel when I wake up in the morning. Y'all enjoy your holiday. Hopefully I'll get this up by Memorial Day. Thank you much.